Welcome to another episode of the magazine. Today we're here with Jessica Martins of Four Paws Up Bakery and Boutique right here in Fairhaven. Welcome, Jessica.
Hi, thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So what is the history of this place right here that we're in right now?
So this used to be the old Sacred Hearts Church.
Okay.
So used to see a lot of like the nuns and the monks around here playing basketball. I remember them in the basketball court at Livesey Park.
Okay. Yeah. So it was a former church.
It was.
Okay. And so where did you come up with the idea of Four Paws Up Bakery and Boutique?
So we actually were at the old Bijou before.
Okay.
And then my mom she saw the property was for sale, and she talked it over with me and my sister. We all agreed, we're like, that's a great opportunity. So my mom pursued with buying the property, and we just kind of moved over.
Okay, all right. So what did you do at the Bijou?
It was the same thing. We had the bakery, and then we also had our other shop, which was Dreamland Arts and Crafts. Okay. After COVID hit, it just kind of didn't do so well. So the bakery did awesome, but then we ended up opening up the ice cream shop.
Okay, all right. So tell us something about Four Paws Up. What is Four Paws Up all about?
So it's a dog bakery. We have gourmet dog treats. We have like just regular, our cookie jar bar in case dogs can't have anything with yogurts. We have our clothing. Fall, winter is coming up, so we're going to be switching over our clothing from the spring, summer to fall, winter. So just pretty much a spot where your dog can kind of come in, and just like how we go shopping in a regular store for us.
Sure. Oh, awesome. And what about the ice cream shop? What is that all about?
So like I mentioned before, it was arts and crafts. So we saw that it wasn't going because of COVID. And then my mom was like, well, we live next to a park. We don't really have an ice cream spot close by right here next to the park. So why not open one? So it's been pretty good. We have a lot of people coming from the park that enjoy some ice cream. They go back, play some basketball. So it's a good little spot where North Fairhaven can have, where you don't have to go too far and leave Fairhaven.
That's great. And we're going to have a new pickleball court there, so we're going to have more people over there, so they come over here for ice cream afterwards.
Awesome.
So what is the attraction to dogs and pets?
So we're big animal lovers. So me and my sister, we used to volunteer at the Fairhaven Animal Shelter. We travel to Portugal every year. So even being in Portugal, we would donate dog food there. So we would go buy big bags of dog food, donate to the shelters. Because you see a lot of animals being given up, and it's not like we have a big heart for them. So we were like, whether we're here in the States or whether we're overseas, it's all about the animals for us.
That's nice. What part of Portugal do you go to?
We're from the mainland, so we're about 3 hours away from Lisbon.
Okay. All right. So that's nice. So you donate over there, you donate over here.
Yeah.
So you're a worldwide
Yes.
pet supporter.
Yes, for sure.
So if someone was to come in here, just like to experience this for the first time, what would they experience?
So we're friendly people. So as soon as you walk in with the dogs, I think the dogs are the ones that get the most out of us. So we definitely treat them as if they were our own. So we let you guys look around, and if you have any questions, we're always around to help you out. We always ask if you're here to get a birthday cake for your dog, if we start off by asking if there's any allergies. Okay. So just like a human, some dogs can't have peanut butter, so we always try and help the best that we can.
So I'm going to be bringing my dog here, because I now have a dog, Leia. And so what can she experience when she walks in the door?
So much to experience. She has a variety of all different treats. If she's loving peanut butter, we have the big peanut butter turnovers. We have our peanut butter cannolis. Okay. So we have a bunch of different things that she can experience. It's all what she loves. So it's a little bit of everything. We have something for the small dogs, something for the bigger dogs. Because we live in a Portuguese community, we even have our Portuguese dog jerseys, and they're official.
Oh, I love it. That's great. That's great.
So they can dress up and support their favorite team too.
So tell us about the dog wash.
So we have a self-dog wash. So it's, especially having a bigger dog and you're trying to do it at home when your tub, it's tough on our backs. So we have a self-dog wash where you can come on in. There's no appointment required. If it's open, come on in. and there's everything needed, your towels, your soaps, conditioners, combs, you name it, we have it in there for you, so that way it's a lot easier on the owner washing the pup.
Okay, so you basically just bring your dog.
Just bring them right in.
And you have all the materials.
Yep.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's unique.
Blow dryer and all, so they won't leave here wet.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great service.
Yeah. And the cleanup, cleanup needed. We do it all. So you come in, leave the mess for us, we'll clean it up right when you finish.
So let's back up a little bit. Now, this is the old Sacred Hearts Church.
Yes.
So what was it like, the purchase? It was up for sale. It was really kind of abandoned.
It was. So when we first purchased, before we purchased it, we came in, we took a look at the place, and it did need some work. Because of it being abandoned, a lot of I guess younger kids or somebody broke in, and there was graffiti all over the wall, so it needed a lot of updates. But that didn't really stop us. We purchased it, and it also gave another thing to North Fairhaven. Instead of having an abandoned building there, we kind of made it a little bit more better to look at, let's say. So, and then my parents worked on it a lot, and we fixed up the place. They're now living there, and it makes it a lot easier to kind of work right next door to our own home.
So you actually have your house, your parents have the house here too.
Yes, yeah. So they live next door, and the businesses are that's connected. We have that door right in between where we can walk right on in and out.
So they never leave work.
They never do. It's 24/7.
And there's parking, ample parking in the back.
There is. If you go through Morgan Street, you can get to the parking lot.
Okay, and it's accessible. I noticed that it's fully accessible.
Yes.
So that's great. So yeah, so parking in the back, even though it's located around a main street, people may not know, so they may want to just.
Yeah, we did put little signs there where it kind of helps you know that there is some parking in the back, and it's a lot easier and safer than parking in the street.
Right, right. And it's very easy to get to.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, what's the future for Four Paws Up Bakery and Boutique?
We are hoping, my plan is I'm hoping in the future to get another location. Okay. But take it
But you're
step
going to
by.
keep this one, right?
We are. We're
Okay,
keeping
all right.
this one. And then hopefully, if everything still continues to go well, we're hoping to open up another location and go from there.
So what are your hours of operation?
So right now we're swapping over to our fall winter hours. So we're here from 12:30 to 5 o'clock right now. Because it gets too cold, we start to see that it gets quiet out there. So 12:30 to 5 in the fall winter.
Okay, and what days are you?
We're here Wednesday through Saturday.
Wednesday through Saturday. And the location?
We are at 382 Main Street, right here in North Fairhaven.
Right, North Fairhaven. Great. And so if someone needed to get in contact with you, how would they go about doing that?
They can always call us on our phone, but the best way to contact us would be through Facebook. We're constantly on our phones, so whenever a message comes up, we're very quick at responding on Facebook. Either Facebook or Instagram, really.
All right, great. And so what is the most unique thing about Four Paws Up Bakery and Boutique?
We offer a little bit of everything. So it's like a one-stop place where you have your treats, you have clothing, you name it. And then jump right over next door to our ice cream where we have our human ice cream. So it's something for the owner and the dogs.
That's great. And any final thoughts that you'd like to share about making this your company? Thank you very much for being a part of Fairhaven also, because it's a great, unique experience here in Fairhaven.
Yeah.
But anything that you'd like to add to any potential customers or people that would like to come to your business?
If there's ever any questions you guys ever have, just message us. It's a family-owned business, so we're big on family. So, and dogs are the number one part of our family too. It's what completes it.
That's excellent. Well, thank you so much, Jessica, for being such a strong part of this community. Welcome to another episode of the magazine. Today we're here with Jim and Carole Mahaney. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Nice
you
to
for
be
having
here.
us.
So tell us some of your background. How did you get interested in photography?
Well, I think I started by working with Northeast Maritime Institute. We were working on their textbooks and the things they were using way back when.
Okay.
And I just found that I always needed a photograph of the rigging or some other aspect of what was going in their textbooks. So that's how it began. I then hooked up with some great people down the Cape who kind of molded my photography interest. And Carole's always been a second shooter from the get-go, so that's how we got involved.
That's great. What's some of your background for work?
Well, I was an educator for a full career, both here in Fairhaven, and I finished over at Normandin Middle School in New Bedford. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. But you weren't a photography teacher?
No, not at all, not at all. And Carole was a nurse, so
Oh, wow.
that was pretty far away from photography. Yeah.
So what kind of service do you offer in photography?
Well, it's really a philanthropic kind of
Okay, yeah.
episode. I try to make it a business, but Carole keeps saying, "Oh, Jim will do that for nothing. Don't worry about it." But we enjoy that. That's what we like to do. But we started doing a lot of landscape and travel photography. But more recently, we're really interested in portrait photography. So if you have a corporate portrait or a headshot you need or anything of that nature, we've been working in that area.
Oh, wow, wow. So you're doing both then? You're doing, so landscape. So what are some of the places that you've done in the South Coast area, taking photographs of?
Well, just about everywhere, I think. Have camera, will travel kind of thing. Trying to stick a lot with Fairhaven and certainly South Coast. But our hometown is special to us, so we do a lot of architectural things here and what everyone likes to see, and then we try to look for something that other people don't really take pictures of. So that's where we go with that, yeah.
Well, I have a great picture that you took of Fairhaven Town Hall hanging in my office. So
Thank you.
I see it every day, and it's a work of art.
That's great. Thank you very much.
So what are some of your favorite shoots?
Well, the most emotional one for us was during COVID. We had a young lady, Nadia Torres, who hadn't been to school for 2 years, and therefore, according to Mom, hadn't had a school photo taken. So she asked if I was still taking photographs, and I said, "Yes, I am, Samantha." So she stopped by with her daughter Sophia and Nadia and Jerry, her husband, and we set up our little studio here at church, and it was just a remarkable afternoon. She's just such a special person, special needs youngster, and she was wonderful with us, and it brought a tear to our eye working with that. Yeah, a shout out to the Torres family. They were so helpful. Sophia was holding backdrops for us, and
oh, that's great.
It was just a wonderful experience.
That's a good story, throughout COVID here. But how did COVID affect your business?
Well, pretty much altogether. We stopped doing photos. We took advantage of it a little bit, I think, traveling around.
Traveled around and found different places, from here to P-Town, from here to New York, and no one was around.
Yeah, no one was on the road. Yeah.
No one's on the road, but we were able to expand into architecture and things like that, which
Oh, nice.
we enjoy too.
What are some of the unique things that happened with that? What some of the unique places, actually?
Well, when we go to New York City, we like to people watch, and we're able to do people watch there. They just move so fast, which is nice. But then we did some really great architecture buildings, Flatiron Building and things like that. And very nice. Washington Square. It's good.
It's kind of a gambit of photography areas that we've worked on, but we're really focusing in on portraits and things in our local area. Yeah.
Great. And so, Carole, what's your breakthrough story here with photography?
Well, I've been following him for a long time. I stand behind him, but I've taken some pretty good shots that I've gotten some awards for. I'm sorry. And the biggest one for me was when we do work on occasion for South Coast Almanac, and they sent us on an assignment to Factory 5 Racing in Wareham, and they were more than generous with our time. We were given free reign of the building and taking photos any way we wanted. There were some spots you couldn't go to, but they were great. And we got some great shots, and we were in the magazine, and, we have a lot of photos in the magazine, don't we?
Yes, we do. I called the magazine because we submit to the magazine, and they choose which photos they use.
Okay, yeah.
So they chose some of Carole's photos as well as mine. And I called and said, look, can you make sure that you put both Carole and I as the photographers for the event? She said, absolutely, and offered to put the name of the photographer by each and every photo in the article.
Wow.
And there were many of them. And I said, no, that won't be necessary. I said, just save yourself the work. And the real reason was she had more images chosen than I did. So we just kept it as
It was a great day.
It was a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day. But we like to go to the auto place in Newport too and take photos of the Audrains and Newport Car Museum and things like that, you know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
And so you've been recognized then for your work.
Quite often. I have 2 covers with South Coast Almanac and a couple of feature items there, like going down to Factory 5. We've both won ribbons, first place and on and beyond with Whaling City Camera Club. And through them, we compete at the regional, the New England level. And I've won a couple of black and white images there. And the Plymouth Photography's annual thing, I won a very nice award there. That was a little shock to me there. I said, geez, maybe I can do this, you know. Yeah.
Well, I think you're doing it very well.
Oh, thank you.
So how would someone get in touch with you if they wanted to do a portrait or they wanted to have something, shot?
Yeah, well, we're really low-key, so if they would like to reach out on Facebook and get in touch with me that way, that would be the best way, or if they see us in town. We just signed up for a 50th class reunion of one of our Fairhaven High School groups, so we'll be doing that in the spring. So those kinds of things come up. People reach out, and so there's not a big. You can't go to my studio. My studio is on the road, so we can pretty much take this kind of a setup with us wherever we go. And First Congregational Church of Fairhaven has been wonderful with allowing me to use this as a studio when needed. So it's really nice.
You do a lot of volunteer work here.
We do. Oh, we do. Yes, we do. A lot of volunteer work in here. I volunteer him.
We shoot here at church often. I'm trying to do that a little more. We've been shooting the annual Hall of Fame dinner for the Fairhaven High School, and also doing any work. Bob Foster, the president of the Alumni Association, will give me a buzz, and we'll try to do anything that Bob needs. So usually we also put a calendar in with the community nurses. Yeah, so we submitted some images for that. And
very nice. By
all means, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So what lies ahead, do you think?
What lies ahead? We don't do weddings. No, we've tried that on a small scale, but that's okay. But anything anybody wants, we'll definitely find a place wherever they want to have it done. We'll go there, and we do a lot of philanthropy and just.
I find it's important. You look back at photographs, and there's a history there. There's an emotion there, and there's a great deal of things that people will hold dear in the future. That's pretty much what we're looking for. If you can look at our work, and there's some emotion that comes from your looking at our work,
okay,
we're doing the right thing then.
Sure. You've had some of those emotional kind of draws with your photography. Can you describe one of them?
Well,
or many.
Yeah, many. Well, one in particular was an early image of a harbor. I'm just going to slip my mind now. Quissit Harbor, and it came out really, really nice. And you never know with photography; it has to strike the viewer. And so, as far as sales and things of that nature, but this one woman stopped by and paid me a pretty substantial amount of money to get started, and it was where they used to tie their boat up. Oh, okay. So there was a connection with this, because Quissit's a beautiful harbor anyway, and that's usually the connection. So talking with folks and find out what they do, what's their favorite hobby, and we kind of incorporate those kinds of things into the shoot.
Okay, all right. So it makes it very personal.
Yeah, try to, yeah.
Any other shots when you were driving through the roads of Maine or anywhere?
Oh, Maine, I got my group up in New Hampshire when we pulled over, and I took a whole row of the motorcycles, and
We heard them coming up Bear Notch.
I stopped them all just to get the photo.
Said, come on over, and they all parked and
It worked out quite
posed.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to talk to anybody, so I usually jump in.
So you have some fun photos too.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah. We do, yeah. No, we enjoy it, yeah.
What do you think the best photo that you've taken so far?
Personally, my own photo that I've taken, I think my, the one I won the award with the violin.
Violins,
That one struck
a series of violins on the wall hanging in a violin shop. And Carole talked to the owner of the shop and said, would you mind if we took some photos? And she did, and she won first place and also photo of the year.
Photo of the year for that one, yeah. And I'm giving that to someone soon. I did it for a purpose, and I haven't been able to work it out yet, but yeah, give it to him.
What about you, Jim?
Geez, there's a lot, but there was the one emotional one was we lost a wonderful guy from the camera club, Jose, and when Jose passed, I had already snuck him in here to the studio to take some shots, and I had several of him on shoots that he and I have gone on to. He was a real close photography buddy, and he died during COVID.
Oh, geez, I'm sorry.
So the family got in touch with me and asked me if I had any photos of Jose, and I said, well, of course. And we sent them in, and they all made, not only did they use it because you couldn't go out or anything during COVID, so they did something online, and they had a session there. They've used it, a radio station in Boston
Okay.
used it and put that in their advertising about Jose. He was a real unionist kind of guy and worked at UMass Dartmouth in the labor area. So, so those were some of my favorites. And the ones that I took of Jose here, actually, he loved the black and white version. Kind of looked like a Che Guevara look to it, yeah. So, that's the one that really strikes me as the most fond one that I've shot so far.
And that one there is spread all over because they made T-shirts out of it.
They did. They made
it's
T-shirts, yeah.
It's,
And they're from Puerto Rico to New Bedford. They're everywhere around
Well, your
town.
work is being displayed everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Well, I can't thank you both enough for your time and your talent that you bring to our community, and keep on clicking.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, Charlie. We
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much
Thank you.
for having us.